Pretties, it's Angela here, and today's video is going to be our monthly Birthstone Jewelry Collaboration Challenge video for the month of March 2022. And this month we have the color of aquamarine, metal type either silver or copper, and our project type is a necklace, and our fun element is shells or fish. And if you are interested in following along and you don't have the list for the theme for April is going to be diamond or clear crystal, and then the metal type is going to be either gold or silver. Our project is going to be a bracelet, and our fun element vintage or crosses. So that is going to be April. We're working on March right now. And if you'd like to participate, please just use the hashtag, and I have it right here, I'll put it up, Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge. And that way we can go and see all the projects made for the monthly Birthstone Jewelry Collaboration Challenge. There's a lot of ladies participating. They're making some really fun projects. You can also post pictures on my Facebook, in my Facebook group. That link is down in the description box below. And so it's a fun way to share and see all the different projects that everybody's been making. It's really just a great way to share and get some creative ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side. So I'm going to be making a necklace, and what I decided to do this time was I had this older chain that I wanted to make something with. It is a longer chain. It's one I can slip over my head. And so I kind of reconstructed it a little bit. It did have like a whole nother section up here of these rings, and I just kind of took it apart. And I went ahead and did that before, so we wouldn't have to do all that on camera. But I went ahead and just kind of shortened it up just a little bit and used these rings I took and then made like a pendant down here with the multiple rings that I took off. So that was just a fun way to use an old necklace that I wasn't wearing very much and reuse that chain, but make it look completely different. So it was just a silver chain. It didn't have anything dangling from it or anything, any kind of pendant or anything. So like I said, I wanted to make this here because what I want to do is I have some of these really pretty glass lampwork beads, and they're like the aquamarine in color frosted glass, and those are really pretty. I have some of these. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I don't really have a specific plan. I just pulled out some stuff that I wanted to try to incorporate. I do have some shell beads, the faux, I think it's faux coral shell beads. They're really pretty though. And then I did pull these out. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not yet, but they are shell, actual mother of pearl shell, and they're like little flower discs. I kind of thought of like coral under the sea or some kind of like underwater plant or something. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool, so I pulled those out. I do have an anchor pendant that I may put in there, and I had these two little cute glass fish beads, and they have like greens and blues in it, and so I thought that might go kind of well with that. So there's some shells and some fish and the aquamarine in color. I also did pull out some of these aquamarine Swarovski crystals. They have an AB finish on them, so I think these are like 4mm in size. They're pretty small, but what I was thinking of was maybe to put on the inside of the flower and then kind of dangle those from the necklace. So that was my thought process when I was pulling that out. We'll see how it all works out. I do have to grab some jump rings, but I think what I'm going to do is basically just make some dangles and figure out where I want to put them. Like, do I want to hang some from these rings over here? Like I said, I do want to make this my focal of the necklace because it is a longer necklace. So I want to make these rings and just have things dangling down from there. So I may use some eye pins, and I pulled out some ball head pins as well. And then of course I'm gonna have some jump rings to attach our dangles. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna pull a few of these head pins out. Like I said, I have absolutely no no real plan. I did want to kind of make something that was a little bit easy. Like I said, it's a necklace. I didn't want to make the video too long. Try to keep it short and sweet. Alright, so let's see. Let me go ahead and let me try this first. So if I put one of these crystals on and one of these flowers kind of upside down, and then that'll be like the little center of the flower. Let me try to make a decent size loop. Let's see, where's my looping tool? Here we go. Alright, so I think I'm going to try to make a fairly nice size loop and do a little wire wrap and see how that works. Like I said, it's a wing it kind of project. These ball head pins are always a little flimsy, so I just give it a few good little twists on there, and then I'm going to clip it off. Make sure it's tucked in if you do have any little pieces poking out, so it doesn't catch on your clothes or anything or scratch you, or probably more likely to catch on your clothes. But okay, so I went ahead and wrapped that in. So I do like how it looks. I just got to see how it lays on the necklace when we go to put some jump rings in to attach it. And I want to make sure that I really like how they look there. They are pretty. So I may make a few of those. Let me make a couple of those. Again, I'm just going to put a crystal. Crystal and one of these little flowers. Like I said, I'm going to put it upside down because I want it to look like an actual little stem in the middle of the flower. Or a little, not a stem, but I guess you would call it a little, I don't know. My brain's not functioning. I worked 12 hours today, so I'm kind of tapped out on brain power. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It looks like the middle of the flower. I'm sure somebody can comment down below and tell me what it is. And then I wanted to say too, I know I've been a little bit slow with responding back to comments. Been having some things going on, but I am going to go ahead and look at my comments hopefully over the next couple of days and respond to everybody. So if I didn't get back to you, I really do apologize, because you know I love reading your comments and I'm usually pretty quick with it, but I kind of got behind, and so I got to catch up. Let's see. Oh, let me just tuck that in. These little ball head pins are so thin. Okay, I don't want to mess up the loop. All right, so there's a couple of flowers done. Let me see what else we can make. How do I want to do? Let's see. My little fish, I want to do one dangling longer than the other. So I may do one on an eye pin. Let's see. And then what can I do? Maybe I can dangle like a little crystal from the bottom of it. And let's see. Or do I want to dangle the little fish from it? Okay, so maybe if I did one like that and dangled a little crystal, and then did one with the crystal at the top, or should I put one of these at the top? Will it be too much? No, I think that might, and it almost looks like it could be like a little cork in the water, and then the little fish would be bobbing on the cork. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna try to make this one like this. Let's see. I'm gonna get my pliers, and actually I'm gonna use my one-step looper tool, I think. Although I hate to, I don't want to crush any glass beads. I'm using the 1.5 millimeter looper tool to make my loop. The handy little tool when you're making like a whole bunch of dangles and stuff. I really like it. Okay, made that little loop at the top. You may have to close it, adjust it a little bit, because this is a larger bead. All right, so that is going to be one of my little beads, and I'm going to get a ball head pin to put one of the fish on. And I'm going to wire wrap him. Like I said, whenever I use these thinner gauge head pin, I'm going to you know, do a little small wire wrap. Just so I make sure that that bead is secure. Okay, we're going to clip off our excess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bottom loop on my bead and just hang my little fish on here. Okay, so that's going to be one that we're going to attach with a jump ring after. Let me move this up a little bit so y'all can see the little charms. There's one. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Move this up. I have to get me a new desk chair. My desk chair, it just kind of like slowly as I'm sitting here goes down and I feel like I'm sitting on the floor. All right, so I think now I am going to, so I have the eye pin on this one. I'm going to go ahead and just make a, okay, I'm going to use my tool because this is a, one of my thicker eye pins. So I'm just going to make a loop because that's what we're going to use to connect it with a jump ring. So I'm just going to make sure it's closed at the top really good. And then at the bottom, I am going to dangle a little crystal. So I'm going to put it on one of these little ball head pins that are small. And I'm trying to think of, yeah, I think I just want one little dangle down there. I don't want a whole lot off of that little fish. So I am just going to make a little wrap, bring it around, because it's just a little dangle off of the bottom. And then your wraps don't have to be totally perfect. I mean, you can do them really neat if you want, or you can do a little messy wrap. As long as that bead is just secure, that's all I'm really trying to do, is just make sure that it's on there and not going anywhere. All right, so I'm going to open up the bottom. Put my little dangle on. And I actually could put two little crystals on there if I wanted to. So I may just hang that one there, and then I may make one more to hang off of it. I think I'm going to do that. So let me do another little crystal. I'm going to do the same thing. Just do a couple of twists around that little crystal and clip off the excess. I'm going to tuck that in because I don't want it to catch on anything. And then I'm going to take it and add it to the bottom of my little fish. And then I'm going to take that little fish and make sure that he is closed up good, so those little dangles don't fall off. So now I have two little charms, two little fish charms to hang off of the bottom. I have the two little flowers so far. You know, I'm really, I don't know, I'm kind of, I could hang those flowers from up here too. So I'm not exactly sure where I'm putting everything yet. Okay, so let me make something with the shells. Let's see, maybe, do I want them to hang? Yeah, I think they would probably look better like that. So I'm just going to put just a shell on there. I'm going to make sure my head pin, oh, it does. My ball head pin goes through. So I'm going to add a little crystal at the bottom. Or if you have like a little silver 3mm spacer bead, you could put one of those on, or a 4mm to give it a little bit more. These little balls at the end are just a little bit too big, a little bit too small, and it goes through. So I'm just going to add the little crystal kind of as my little stopper. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make a loop. And bring that around. I don't have enough to twist it, so I got to get a pair of pliers. Usually I can do it with my hand if it's long enough, but this one is just not quite long enough. So that's okay. I'm just going to bring it around with my pliers a couple of times. And that's just going to secure that bead on there. Clip that off. And I have one shell done. Let me make another one. And some more head pins. If you're not in my Facebook group, like I said, I'm going to have the page pinned below in the description box. I'm actually fixing to do another sale coming up soon, probably in the next week or so. So if you're interested in beads and D-stash, and I do make some custom sets, some like coordinated colors and different beads and things. So it's a lot of fun. I have fun in the group. We have some really nice ladies that share and their ideas and their pictures of their projects that they do each month, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it. I'm glad that they are participating. Makes me happy that other people are just wanting to do the challenge with us. So it's a lot of fun. I always say the more people doing it, the more the merrier. It's always a lot of fun. Alright, so now let's see. I think maybe, because I know this is going to go right through on a ball head pin. So I'm wondering if maybe I could do a little crystal dangling from the bottom of that. Should I add one to the top? So it's all about the bling, right? Alright, so let's see. I think I like how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and wrap that one. Actually, this is one of the eye pins. I think with the eye pins, like I said, I like the looper tool. They're a little bit stronger eye pins, I should say. And so I can use that looper tool. Just like I said, make sure it's closed all the way. That way when you put your jump ring on to add it to your chain, nothing falls off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get a crystal. So right now, basically all I'm doing is just making my dangles, and then we'll see where we want to place them. Alright. Clip that off. Tuck anything that's poking out, and then I'm going to open this bottom one. I'm kind of making two of everything right now, just to play with everything and see how we want to place it. Alright, so I'm doing that. Those would be pretty earrings, just as a matching set. That would be really pretty. I like it with the little dangle. So I'm going to have to keep two of those and make some little simple earrings to go with that. Alright, and so I'm going to take another one, do the same thing. Put the bead and a crystal. And you know, you don't even have to do like matching of everything. You can do all kinds of different dangles. Just pick up whatever you have. It's a good way to use up some leftover beads that you only have like maybe one or two of. Like I only had two of these little fish. So I'm going to just hang them on this necklace. And I mean, I'm using them, you know, I could have made a pair of earrings with them. But sometimes you just want to use things and do something different. You don't always want to do earrings. Maybe some people don't wear earrings. And so I find that this is a good way to use up your extra beads when you only have a couple of something left. Like I don't have a ton of these glass beads. So it's nice to make dangles. Yet I can make me a pair of earrings to match. Another way to use up a lot of your little bits and pieces is to use memory wire and make like a memory wire bracelet and just use like a bead soup. That's a fun way to use up some of your extra beads too. Alright, let me go ahead and twist that around there. And I usually give it about 3 or 4 twists. We went out to the parade yesterday. We had a parade here for St. Patrick's Day, and that was a lot of fun. I got a little sunburn. I say a little. I can't stay out in the sun for very long. I'm fair, and yeah, so I get burnt pretty quick. But I had fun, so I'm really liking these as just simple earrings. Those are really pretty. All right, so let's see. How do I want to start placing? Maybe I need to get some jump rings out. Let me do that. Let me get some jump rings out. Let's just start. I know I want my little fish to hang from the bottom here. So, and I have 3 rings. Not that it matters. You can place them wherever. They're going to kind of bounce around anyway. I just want to make sure that my jump ring is big enough to go around my ring. So let's see. Let me open this up. Put this on. I'm going to put it on one of the rings. I'm not really trying to figure out where. Like I said, they're all going to kind of bounce around, and you just always want to make sure that you close your jump ring so that nothing falls off. Put it back on your mat, lay it out so you can kind of place it. All right, and then let's see. So I have one little fish on. We'll get our other little fish on. I'm wondering if I should put this on an eye pin and dangle it from some crystals. I'm trying to get things kind of a little bit at different lengths, since the rings are all together. You don't want them all to be the same length. I'm using my jump ring opening tool. I love this thing. I think in the last video, I couldn't find it. It had fallen behind something on my desk, and I was like having a fit because I was like, I love this thing. I'm like dependent on it. I love it. Now that I've used it, when I try to use just 2 pliers to open, I don't know. I can never get them to go back right. This tool just makes me feel like I have more control over it. All right, so maybe I don't want to put 2 of everything. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I want them to be kind of, and I'm not, I'm thinking I just want this to be at the bottom. I think I'm keeping this really simple. Let's see, what else can I do here to make this a little bit longer? Maybe, because this one would be shorter. This one would be really close up. So I want to bring this anchor down a little bit. And I'm thinking that maybe, let's see. Okay. So if I'm going to get an eye pin, let me get one that's kind of straight, because some of these are bent up. All right. Maybe I can do one of these and a crystal in between. And let's see. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Should I do another one? Oops. Wouldn't be a video if I didn't drop something, right? I don't know if 2 is too much. No, probably not. Let me try that. All right, where's my one-step loop? I'm gonna get my looper tool. Close that up. So I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Make sure it's closed really good. All right. And then I'm going to put my anchor on the bottom. Okay. Oh, I like that. It makes it just a little bit longer than the fish. I could do something else here at the top if I wanted to, but I think that that's going to be good. I think that if I put that here, let me get a jump ring. Like I said, sometimes I wanted to hang things from the other loops, and then, the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't want to really take away from the middle part of it, if that makes any sense. And sometimes keeping things simple is not a bad thing. My original plan was to do something really dainty, but, I'm not a dainty person. I like big jewelry, but, I don't know. My original plan was to make something small and dainty, but I always seem to end up with something big. Very seldom do I make something small. For myself, anyway. I guess maybe I'm a bigger person, so I like bigger jewelry. I don't know. Alright, let's see. I think I'm going to hang one here. Maybe I'll do another one let's see. This is on an eye. No, that's on a headband. So I need to put a jump ring. Now, what would probably be pretty is just maybe some little dangle crystals up the side of the chain. That wouldn't be bad. And it wouldn't be a whole lot, but it would just give it a little extra bling going up. Could definitely maybe try that. We'll see how it looks in a little bit. All right. I keep repositioning it to see how I can see it in the camera. All right, so we have 2 on this one. I think I'm gonna put, see, like I said, they're gonna mix around and go wherever they flop around where they want to. But so far, this is what we have. The little fish, the little shell. I think I'm gonna put another shell on this side to balance out the cream colored. Where did my other, here he is. It's like, where'd he go? Okay, so let's see. Now, yeah, like I said, I do normally like big jewelry, but since the necklace is so big, I'm really liking these smaller earrings, the smaller size for the earrings. All right, let me put this one on this side. All right. What did I do? Where did it go? Must have slipped off of the jump ring. I must not have had it closed when I must have not had the charm on there when I closed it, because it's closed. Oh gosh, I told y'all I worked 12 hours, right? Alright, let's try that again. Let's close that up again, and now the pendant should, the little charms, just stay on there. Alright. So cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, are these going to look okay being up close to here? Maybe I can put one down here and see how that looks. All right, little flower. This is just fun to have these. I love anything sea themed related too, so this is kind of like right up my alley. And I figured when I don't know, I wasn't planning it ahead when I do the challenges, so I'm kind of challenged just like y'all are. When I'm making up the list, I'm like, okay, what goes with blues? I'm like, okay, let's do fish and sea theme. And then when I go to start making something, I'm like, okay, let me pull out and see what I have to go with this. And so I kind of, like I said, I don't plan my projects around the themes when I put it together. I want to be just kind of as surprised and challenged as y'all are each month. I'm like, I don't think about it until the time comes. All right, so we have that one, and I may put another one. Let's see if that one falls right here. I may want one to fall somewhere over here. So let me go ahead and put my other one over there somewhere. Like I said, they're going to kind of mix around, but just kind of spread them out as much as you can, I guess. Let's see. And then I'm thinking to chew up everything down here. And I have these 2 little left. I may just wait and use those for earrings. Let's see what else we can put on here. Let's see. And I may do one more of these little flowers and put it on the outside over there too. We'll see. Like I said, there is no right or wrong. There is no pattern. It's just kind of use what you have, what you like. How cute is that? That's fun. That's really fun. I used those 2 little fish I had left. I used a little anchor. I do have some of these charms in my group. If you're interested in those, you can always message me and ask. I don't know if they're on my page at the moment, but I do have those available. All right. Let me move some of this mess out the way. All right. So now, I guess I need to decide. I think that's plenty enough for the focal in the middle. Now I just need to decide if I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to do anything on the rings because that's kind of going to be at the side of the neck. But I'm wondering if I should do any little dangles here. Like, should I put some little charms like these here, kind of dangling? I wonder if it's too much. I don't think so. I think those are kind of pretty. Actually, let me see if I have some more crystal. What did I do with my box? Here it is. Let's see. I do have some more of the source crystals. So let me pull some of these out. I have a few more of the bicones. Alright. Because that would make it match the earrings some more too. So I may do that. Maybe, let's see, should I do like a couple of those and maybe one of the flowers in the middle? That looks pretty. That looks pretty. And all of this would be like the focal of the necklace. And then you'll have these rings going up the side of your neck. And then the back, of course, is the chain that hangs along in the back. So I'm not really worried about decorating the back part. And I think that these rings would be nice left open. Yeah, I think I like that. Why is that? I'm gonna have to check that when okay, I'll worry about that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so let me go ahead and do a crystal and one of these. Yeah, now see, I'm not going to do the dangle like I'm going to do on the earring because I don't want it to, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want it to really, like, flop too much. I want this to kind of be the only thing moving and not, like, two pieces moving. Like, the bottom would be, to me, I think that would be a little bit too much movement. I want it to be just the bead, if that makes any sense, because I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense right now. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this a few times because I'm using those ball head pins for this. You can kind of see my thought process when I'm doing something. It's kind of like I start with one thing in mind and then I'm like, oh, okay, let me build onto that. Let me add some more because I'm just wanting to add. I'm extra like that. My son tells me all the time I'm extra. And I am going to try to find two of the smaller flowers that I have. Let's see. I think these are kind of the smaller ones. I think I want to use smaller. Okay, so I'm going to use another ball head pin, pick up a crystal. I think this is going to be really pretty. And then I'm going to put it upside down. I'm going to make a larger loop for these because of the way it is. I want it to dangle and I don't want it to be like stiff since that flower is more on the flat side. So I just need to make sure that I bring this around enough to make it tight around the bottom, but I still have a nice enough size loop. Sometimes I find it so much easier to do it with my fingers. I just wish they were a little bit longer. Alright. I think I brought it around about 4 or 5 times. And I'm just going to snip that off. Alright. Another head pin, another ball pin, another charm. So we have, this will be the third one on this side, and then I'm going to make the other 3. And then we'll put those on and see how it looks. Got it around there twice. Need a little help on that third one. So I don't know if it's just something that we do here, or if it's, you know, I think some other states, southern states, may have parades, like Florida and stuff, I think has them. But we had a St. Patty's parade, like I said, yesterday, and they throw not only do they throw like beads and stuff, but they also throw cabbages and groceries. And I think it's funny because I don't think it goes on everywhere, but so people might be like, oh no, they throw food, but we go catch our groceries. We make our smothered cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. I'll be cooking that Wednesday. But I did catch about 5 cabbages yesterday, and I caught a bunch of carrots and onions and potatoes, and they threw some bananas and what else we caught? Lemons, plenty of lemons. So I'll be making some lemonade because we caught a lot of lemons. Some oranges. It's a lot of fun. It really is. That's one of my husband's not big on parades. I love parades. You know, when I was little, we went to just about every parade that we had out here for Mardi Gras, and he's just not a big parade person. My kids never really were into parades. But that's one of the parades that my husband actually enjoys. He likes to go sit out. We parked the car on the route the night before, the day before. And then he puts up like a big tent thing, a big cover, and we make sandwiches. It's kind of like an all-day thing. We stay out there all day, and it's really nice. It's just really, it's a nice family-oriented parade. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, my kids didn't go. It's just my husband and I that went yesterday. But we had a good time. We had a really good time. Alright, so that one is made. And I just have one more, and then we'll attach those and see how it looks. I really like how that looks, though. I really think I'm going to like that. I think it's pretty. Alright, one more crystal. It's funny because when I was putting these on, I was like, okay, that's enough. And then I started building on and going up. And that's just how I do. I'm always trying to say, okay, do I need more? Sometimes I have to stop myself. I'm like, okay, Angela, you have enough on there. You don't need any more. Sometimes less is more, and sometimes more is better. More bling. If it's got more bling, it's always better, right? I'm a bling girl. My car has bling. My steering wheel has a rhinestone cover. My door handles have rhinestone cover things on them. My gear shift has rhinestones. The blingier the better. For me, anyway. That's just my personal preference. Alright, so let me get some more jump rings here. Add these on. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of... I'm not even going to be like exactly specific. I'm just going to kind of put them like that and hook them on. Let's see. Alright, my ring got turned around. Open that up. And I think I'm going to hook it to right here. Close it up. Just make sure it's closed good. Alright, get another jump ring. Down in the comments below, I'd like to know, would you have just left just the dangles from the center, or do you like it going up? I like to hear y'all's input and y'all's opinions. That's how I learn. Like I said, everybody's got their own tastes and opinions and stuff like that. But I do like to know what other people think. Is it too much for you? Or, you know, do you have customers that you might like it? Or if you was to sell it, what's your personal preference? Do you think less is more sometimes? Do you like big, bold jewelry? Or do you like dainty jewelry? Long necklaces, short necklaces? I like short necklaces, but I find it's easy just to take the long ones to slip over to your neck. I find I've grabbed for those more, believe it or not, than to actually have to clasp a necklace. I don't know. I guess it's like stretch bracelets. Like, I grab for stretch bracelets all the time. It's so much easier just to slip them on and run out the door than it is to try to hassle with a clasp. I mean, I wear both, obviously, but I do find that I grab for the easy stuff a lot more often. Alright, we got 3 more to put on, and then we'll check it out. 1. And again, if you like a lot of stuff, you can definitely continue to layer on this area as much as you want. I mean, you can, like I said, there is no right or wrong. There is no pattern. You do what you feel you want to do. And then, again, it could be dependent on what you have in your stash as to how much you want to add, too. I said, some things like this is really good for using up extra stuff that you don't have a lot of. And that's where the chain is nice and comes in handy too. It takes up some space and it's a good filler. Yeah. So that's my thought process on using chain. You don't have to have as many of one, maybe like chip beads or round beads if you don't have a whole lot of them. Make sense? I hope so. Alright, let's see. Last one on here. Yeah, I like that. I like how they hang down. So that is... see if I can get it to kind of lay how it would lay on me. And then I may go ahead and take a picture and show y'all that in just a second. Let's see. Let me see if I can find my form. Let's see, right here. Let me see if I can get this on here to where you can kind of see it. Hold up. And of course it's longer than this, but I'm just going to hold it up. Oh, well, I said I was. Let's see. Put this up here so y'all can see. Oh, this is really, really pretty. I just got to get it to stay since it's a long necklace to where y'all can see it without it falling, which is what it's wanting to do for me. Alright. Let me go ahead and lift the camera up a little bit. Y'all might see some other stuff in the background, but, you know, it's okay. Craft stuff, other stuff on my desk. Alright, so you kind of get the gist of it. You got the circles that are going to go around your neck. You have the pretty little beads. And like I said, you can always add more in between if you wanted more, if you have more stuff to fill in with. I could put a couple of more flowers here on each side and have like a little cluster of flowers, which would be cute, I think, too. Let me know in the description what you think, if you think I should add some more flowers. But I had the little flowers dangling down here. I had the little seashells. I had the little anchor, and then I had the little fish. And, of course, like I said, those little charms are going to dance around and move around as you're wearing it and as it moves. But I think that's really, really cute. I'm happy with how it came out. I think it's precious. I could possibly make this one... well, if it goes on that side, it's not too bad. But anyway, if there's anything that you wanted to make longer, this would be the time that you could adjust it. You can add a couple more jump rings to make it a different length. Or put this one on an eye pin and drop it down. I may do that. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think once they move around, I think it's going to be fine. But anyway, I like how it came out. I think it was a quick, fun little project. And it's a really good use of using these few little items that I had left. Like I said, I only had a couple of little fish. And I didn't have a whole lot of these here. Now, I guess I could make a quick little pair of earrings if y'all want to stay with me. Let's see. Let's grab a couple of little hooks. And I'm going to finish up those little earrings. Alright. Let me go ahead and open this up. There's one little earring there. Got one on the earring hook. I guess that would, let me bring y'all back here so you can see what I'm doing, how that would help a lot, Angela. if y'all saw that first one at all. Probably not. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I know y'all know how to open up an earring hook and close it back up. But anyway, that was kind of funny. I guess I gave y'all an extra look at the at the necklace. All right, and then, like, okay, I have 4 of these little beads left, right? And I could use this as a focal if I wanted to, and make a little stretch bracelet. I probably wouldn't put those in there, but I could just take this and possibly put some of the crystals like this. Let's see. If I was gonna, and I may make one later, I probably would pull out some silver beads and maybe frame these with the crystals, just to give y'all an idea. Let's see. Put a crystal on each side of this bead. And then what I'll probably do is, let me see if I have anything close to show you. I may not, right here. But anyway, I would take some silver and put it in between here, and then around the back, fill in with the silver spaces and make a stretch bracelet. So I probably will go ahead and do that so that I can have the whole complete set of the earrings, necklace, and bracelet, just to give y'all an idea. Because the main thing was the necklace for tonight. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I hope that you, I'm going to push this off to the side because I am going to do that probably tomorrow. I'll make that little bracelet. But let me go ahead and take this necklace off so y'all can see it again. Down here with the earrings. Let's see. Let me get it laid out here for you. Get our little charms. And then we have our little earrings. How cute is that? I hope that y'all liked enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the necklace. Leave comments down below. And if you would, please give me a big thumbs up. Click on subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to check out all the other ladies' videos that are participating. And you can find everyone's video by putting in hashtag Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge. And that'll show you all of the previous months. Anything that has been hashtagged, you'll be able to see all the projects. So you can kind of binge watch and catch up and see what everybody's been making. And if you would like to join in the challenge, we would love to have you join in. You do not, somebody asked me, you do not have to use actual gemstones. Obviously, I did not use aquamarine gemstones, but just the color of the birthstone. So, there is no, like I said, I'm not strict by any means. Use what you have. You don't have to go, if you have something that is close to blue or close to aquamarine, it doesn't have to be exact. You don't have to have shells and fish or either one. I mean, just make it as close to the challenge as you can. It's just to get you creating, to get you participating with us, to have fun. By all means, it's not you have to do everything on this list for sure. But we're just having fun with it. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, guys. Bye.